Good morning, Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond community. My sisters, happy Wednesday. I'm here for our coffee chat. Yes, we have our coffee chat today, and I have a good cup of coffee. Hey, Ray, it's so good to see you. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. And for those of you who know me, I'm Donna Rudowitz. And for those of you who don't know me, I am a licensed clinical social worker as well as an expert transformational relationship coach. And I help women reclaim their brilliance, fall in love with themselves, and attract true love that lasts after divorce. And we get to have an amazing life in spite of the circumstances that we faced, in spite of the challenges that we faced. And what's so enjoyable to me is to see you, everybody in this community, and the women who are making this step to come into the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond to 12-week program, is their commitment to themselves, their commitment and dedication to their families, that the line of divorce ends with them. Right, that's it. That's what I said about my daughters is I said for them the divorce ends with me, that I am going to give them the best blueprint possible for love and for relationships for their life. And what I wanted to share with you today in coffee chat was something that was very interesting. So yesterday, today, and Thursday, I am in a event. Now, unfortunately, because of COVID, it couldn't be a in-person event, so it's an online event, but it's just as impactful. And I am in the room with some of the most successful people in this world. Really, it's a very humbling experience to see the level of success in a person. And to me, when I rate success, success isn't about just an income level. It's about how we're showing up in life. It's about how we're contributing. It's about how our heart is opening. It's about our family, our friends, our spirituality, and of course our work, right? All of the pieces together. And when I really look at someone who has a level of success that I admire, and it's not because of jealousy or envy, it's just admiration because I know what it takes to get there. And it brought me to think of something, which is when we're going through or post divorce, it's very easy to stay attached to the past and to stay attached to the struggle. And it's very easy to say, okay, I really will, I'll address this when, and I'll address this when. And when I was sitting in the room and I'm watching, obviously I'm a psychotherapist and a transformational coach, so I love to watch people. And as I'm watching everybody on Zoom, I'm noticing that these are the most successful people in the world. But here's one thing that they all have in common, and that is they're the hardest working people I know. They've all reached a level of success, but they're still getting up at 4:44 in the morning to do their meditations. They're still defiantly committed to their goal and to their outcome. They're defiantly committed to their life. They're defiantly committed, and they're not giving up on changing the world and changing lives. And I think sometimes is when we experience a soul fracture as a woman through a divorce or separation, we then begin to define our life from the limp of the soul fracture versus our defiant decision on what's possible for us. And the more that we could romance our future and look at what's possible, and the less and less and less we look at the past and the pain that we've been through, we're actually recreating our neural pathways, which is giving us a whole new outlook on life. Because you may say, I'm over my divorce, or you may say, yeah, I think I'm pretty good. But here's how I could tell you very quickly if you're not. Look at your environment. Do you have what it is you desire? Are you in a committed relationship with someone you truly love? Are you able to go to family events and to see friends and to be outside without thinking about your ex at all? Are you able to fully be present in the moment and not feel any envy, any guilt, any shame? And if you answered no to any of those questions, congratulations, you're human. There's nothing wrong with you. Here's what you have an opportunity to do, is that you have an opportunity to finally crush that. because that limp, that soul fracture is going to define you, and it's going to prevent you from truly living your life full out. And a lot of people ask me, well, Donna, I'm really interested in working with you. I would love to hear more about your coaching program, but my gosh, it's going to be so much work and so much time, and I don't know if I have the time, I don't know if I have the money, I don't know. And believe me when I tell you, I was there before I began this whole journey myself, so I understand and have compassion for it. But here's what I say to them: what's the alternative? Right? What's your alternative? Because if you don't do something different today, hi, Jessica. Hi, Elizabeth. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for coffee chat. If you don't make a decision to do something different today, then your your past is going to become your predictable future. Right? If you do the same things, because it doesn't matter what you want and what you say in your head, if you're doing the same things, you're going to get the same results. I don't care any which way you slice it and dice it. That's just law. That's just the way it is. And so what ends up happening is years and years and years and years and years go by and nothing has changed. And the more that time goes by, the more frustrating it becomes and the more aggravating it becomes, because you're wanting something different, but you just can't get there. And going back to the people that I was in this conference with, the most successful coaches and transformers and leaders, literally leaders in this world over these last couple of days, actually the next couple of days, is they work their ass off. So you can't wish for something and not invest in yourself. I know you may not want to hear that, but I love you enough to tell you that. You can't wish for something and expect a different result. If you truly want the life that you desire that's in your heart, then you've got to make a defiant commitment to yourself that you are available to tolerate nothing less. And you don't have to know how to get there, because that's not your brilliance. You have a brilliance in your passion. Maybe you're a teacher and that's your brilliance. That's where you're supposed to shine. I don't know the first thing about teaching. Well, teaching adults I do, but if I were to be put in a classroom of children, I wouldn't know how to do it, right? So you may be an engineer, you may be a CEO, you may be a CFO. That's your brilliance. That's where you're supposed to shine. But so far as the relationship side, if you don't know how to get over what I call the bridge, then that's what I'm here for. And again, it doesn't have to be me, guys. I would love to coach you. I would love to have you part of the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond community, because seriously, we are a badass community. But it doesn't have to be me. But the whole conversation today is that if you want something, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to get off your ass and work for it. Now, I put a quote in yesterday's group by Shonda Rhimes, and it was, I'm butchering it, so excuse me for the butcher, but it says something like this: I'm not lucky. I am brilliant. I am determined. I am intelligent. And I work really, really hard. So don't call me lucky. Call me badass. And man, that quote, I totally butchered it. Go into the Facebook group feed and read it yourself so you can see it. But that quote hit me in the gut yesterday in a good way, because it's so true. You are brilliant. You are intelligent. You are loving. You have the heart center. You have so much in you. You have so much in you that is just waiting to come out. And you're not lucky. None of us are lucky. We're blessed. I would say that 1,000%. I'm blessed because I am part of this divine world. I'm connected to God. And just through that, I am blessed. But we are not lucky. And what I have, and what the coaches in the room that I was at have, and what you could have, because God is no respecter of persons, what you could have is not because we're lucky, it's because we work really, really, really hard. Like I said, everybody in that room gets up at 4:44 in the morning. They do more before 9 a.m. than most people do an entire day, which is amazing. Right? My routine, 4:44, I'm up, I'm doing my meditation at the gym around 6. I'm in the car right now taking Casey for her walk. It's what time? 7:30 in the morning. And I'll be back home ready to go by 8:30 at the office. And I have a full day until 9 p.m. tonight. Is it exhausting? Yes. Am I tired? Absolutely. But why do I do it? Because I'm determined. Number one, my life, I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in my life, but I am determined to transform the lives of others as well. And I'm just at a particular point. I've got another summit to reach in my life, and so do you. Everyone here, you have a summit that you're at. And we can't give up. We've got to keep going. We've got to be determined. We've got to put in the work. We've got to put in the time. We've got to put in the effort and the determination and the defiant commitment. See, guys, that's what it's all about. Because if you allow yourself to say, this work is hard, you're not going to do it. But if you say this work is challenging, then there's an opportunity for you to move past that and do it. And your life, whatever that may be for you, subjective to you, right? Whatever that may be for you, whether that's a relationship, whether it's increased joy and happiness, whether it's going to sleep at night. Oh, guys, I just have to show you this. Isn't this cute? I'm on the road. I don't know if you could see at the park, there's a male and a female duck. They're so cute. Isn't this apropos for our conversation today about partnership? I love the synchronicities and miracles that are here. They're really, really adorable. Anyway, they seem to be walking really slow, so I'm going to turn this around. But it's perfectly apropos for our conversation. Anything that you desire in your heart is achievable, and I sincerely mean that. Anything. I have seen miracles, and I know enough to know now that really, literally anything is possible. The only stopgap really is you and your mindset. And that's where we really do need to sort of go in there and rip out those old beliefs and patterns and behaviors and replace them with new ones. Because it's not your conscious beliefs that are making your decisions and are activating what's happening in your world today. It's your subconscious beliefs. So just know that if your world isn't the way that you want it, if what you're experiencing and what you're seeing in your life isn't the way you want it, then take ownership of that. You don't have to play shame. There's no shame, blame, or condemnation. It's just ownership and just saying, wow, I realize that my life isn't where I want it to be. And then start to think about what it is you really want. Think about what it is you desire, what it is you want, and then determine the strategy of who and how you're going to get there. Because it's 100% available to you. It's just determining the strategy. So don't get caught up in the emotion, rather get caught up in the strategy. So with that said, I am here at Avalon Park. As you can see, Casey is ready to get outside. All you can see is her cute little butt there with her tail wagging like crazy. But I'm off to have my cup of coffee, walk the trail. I will see you guys later. I am sending you so much love here from Avalon Park, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Mwah. Sunny kisses. Bye.